right, and welcome back to season 5 as we kick this off with rough sketch to final draft in our new studio home. It is incredible. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible journey. And today we are visited by the one and the only, I would say, the divine mother of this incredible family, the Mrs. Lulu Lee. She is the creator and founder of Inspirational Beauty. She has a wonderful coaching following. She has so much more. And we are here to talk about her amazing show that is just about ready to kick off. So, Lulu, tell us more about yourself and let us know what's going on in your wonderful world.
Hi. Well, first of all, thank you for having me again. I love and appreciate you. And the new studio is beautiful. So, I'm grateful to be part of the new season. I can't believe it's 5 seasons. I'm so proud of you. This is incredible. Incredible.
Thanks to
So,
you. Thanks to
yeah.
you. So,
All grace, all grace.
yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Have a new show. So last time I was here, I was kind of playing with the idea of creating a show, of going into TV. I didn't know if I wanted to, if there's too many things on the plate. Should I, shouldn't I? But the signs, synchronicities were too strong for me to ignore, and I figured, all right, let's do it. So as you can see, we're in my new studio of my new show called Inspirational Beauty with Lulu-Lee. And Inspirational Beauty really is my brand. It's been my brand for a few years now, almost a decade, I would say,
Yeah.
about 8 years, 9 years almost. Um, and it really is inner and outer beauty wisdom. Everything, I truly believe that outer beauty shines from within. And that's really what I'm trying to preach all the time. So for new viewers and new followers that haven't been here before and don't know much about me, nice to meet y'all. Lulu-Lee, real name, not not a gimmick. Um, I've been
Yeah.
a makeup artist for almost 3 decades, and I'm a life coach as well. I teach the philosophy of law of attraction, and
Mm.
I'm also a Reiki master. I do energetic healing. So I combine all my traits when I work. I don't just do makeup. If you sit in my chair, there's always going to be coaching too, and some kind of form of healing. I do have specific products that are already aligned together, like makeup courses and classes, layers of beauty. Adam, you know about that one.
I do.
That I do full workshops that truly align techniques of makeup and self-awareness and self development methods. So everything is aligned and blended with one another. But Inspirational Beauty really found me. I can't say I found it. It was a moment of grace. We have those moments, as you know, that lead us to where we need to be rather than us thinking where we should be.
True.
And I was right.
Yeah. Yeah, dig into that. Let us hear some more back. Peel back the layers on that one, your layers of beauty. Let us know how that kind of started to align and synchronize for you in your life. Tell us more.
Ye-
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So I'm a mother of two, and
Amazing.
when
Mother's Day.
I'm sorry, what?
I said an amazing mother and happy Mother's Day, right? Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, my darling. I appreciate you. Um, and so I think when my daughter was just born, everything started. She was like 1. And my son was 8. And I was sitting in their room on the floor after putting them to bed and just thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? Because I love makeup. I've been playing with makeup since I was 4 years old. It was my getaway from a not an easy life. I grew up in a home that was very loving, but simultaneously was very verbally abusive because my dad had a very bad accident and he had a brain injury. And so, unfortunately, it wasn't in his control. And when he came home after a year of hospitals and psych ward admission, my mom just brought him home and nurtured him back to life with love, but it came with a price that was,
Yeah.
verbal abuse, yelling, cursing all the time, So um, I just needed something to get away, to build my own little bubble where I felt normal and felt safe. And makeup was that thing because it gave me time with my mom and it
Yeah.
gave me time for my artistry. So I always loved makeup, but I got to a point in my career that makeup was just not enough anymore because I am a person that always loved to grow and always loved to start new things. I mean, I live in New York, I live in Brooklyn. That's after traveling the world, living in Siberia, living in Russia, born and raised in Israel. You know, I lived in many different places in the States. It's like I have this fire in me that I always have to do something, try something, be somewhere, like 18 tattoos, different hair colors. There's always something I got to do to make a change or feel different or feel like I'm growing, you know?
Yeah.
So that was part of it. And I was just sitting there in their room. I'll never forget it. And I started crying and I was like, I don't want to go to salons and look for makeup gigs anymore. Like, I don't want to just do the freelancing makeup jobs. I want more. What can I do? And
Yeah.
I started thinking like, okay, I always love to talk to people. They always come for me for help. And I know I do coaching, but I wasn't an actual coach yet. You know, I wasn't a practitioner. I didn't get my diploma yet.
Right.
Uh, but it was like, how can I combine those two things? And it was just that moment sent into the universe, the desire, which is really what life is all about. When we want something and we think about something, it's done. It's already ours. Now we just have to do the work to align ourselves with the same frequency of what we requested or what we dream about and make it
Mm.
happen, make it manifest. You know, everybody loved the word manifest. So this is the work. You know, you have an idea, it's yours. That's the 5 steps of law of attraction. First step is just, you know, thinking it, saying it. Then its second step is just, it's yours already. You know, it's in the vortex, as we say. And the third step is doing the work. Fourth is you already creating and in the movement. And the fifth step is where it feels like you're back in the same place, but you know you're not because you already went through something. And that's the
Mm.
key to not beat yourself down and not think that you're in the same place. So you can move on and go right back into the first place in step one, where you kind of differentiate what you want and from what you don't want. And I knew I don't want to do makeup anymore, but I knew I wanted to be there for women and help people and have beauty part of my life. And
Right.
things just started kind of rolling around. Next thing you know, I did a Tony Robbins program for 20, I think it was 20 something days, 23
Mhm.
days maybe.
Yep.
And that changed my life. And then I started my morning routine that he teaches. And
Right.
in that morning routine, one day in a meditation, Inspirational Beauty just came as a download. And I
Yeah.
realized that I have to combine my outer beauty with my higher self. And
There
that
it is.
was it. So, and that's kind of like how it started.
And in this process, and such a beautiful journey that you do, in the sense of matching the inner beauty to the outer beauty, as you put forth this into your training with your clients that you work with, what do you see for the most part that was, I guess, the most important part that you found that helped you? Because you do this so well. And I'm going to say right now to this audience and to the world that's ever going to see this again, that will see your show as well, that you've done this for me. So, in your view, what is it that was something that when you found the link between the outer to the inner, what is it that really you think is the most, I guess, functionally powerful connection there that really is about your inspirational beauty? What is the layer that you find is the most,
Yeah.
important?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think it all starts with self love and self worth.
Okay.
Those two things are like the base. So
Yeah.
when I teach, for example, inspirational beauty, like the layers of beauty workshop, I always talk about the base of makeup,
Mm.
which is skincare and then the foundation. And I
Yeah.
speak simultaneously with that about our self development. So
Mm.
for me, the most important thing is our self talk. And we don't realize that we talk the most with ourselves. There's always a conversation. We narrate our life. We'll walk down the street and we'll be like, "Oh, it's a nice tree. Oh my God, I didn't realize it's raining like that today." Like we can't, there's constantly a voice in our head narrating the life, you know?
Yeah.
And it can be positive and it can be negative.
Mm.
We control it. And in the moment that we understand that we're the ones that can control it, we're able to change it. So for me, when they sit in the chair and the first thing they tell me is, I don't like myself with makeup, or I hate my skin, or I don't feel comfortable, or oh my God, somebody said to me once about an eyeliner, I never wore eyeliner ever again. And it's like, no, 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 you cannot allow people or because it's all seeds.
Yeah.
Somebody planted it, and
Right.
then it became like a thing. It
Yeah.
became a forest, and we believe in it. And it's like, no, no, let's cut it all off and restart. It's like a whole system. We need to reboot it. So I feel like the self-worth and the self-love part is everything, because if I truly love myself, I'll find 10 minutes to do makeup. And I
Mm.
cannot tell you the amount of women I worked with. And I don't work only with women. I worked with you too, because for me, beauty is everything and everywhere. I worked with many men before too. I love working with men actually, because I appreciate vulnerability so much. It's the most courageous thing one can do, is to find himself. And this is, I feel like, why we're such good friends. We became like soul friends off the gate, because you were open and wanted to grow and wanted to learn, and you were open about your journey and sharing it with me, and it was just so easy to connect with you that it makes it easier for me as a coach to see,
Yeah.
because I need to, I need to have a view of what's happening in
Mm.
order for me to help someone. And if you're not sharing with me, I can't see you. And for me,
Yeah.
that's the biggest blessing, that someone allows me to see them, because I know what I've been through in life, and I've been through a lot. So
Yes, sir.
that's where it comes from, really. My insecurities, my self-worth issues, my self-love issues. I worked through all of them, and knowing how, and having the tools, and having the inspiration to
Mm.
see myself, through them. It's such a gift to be able to share it with others and be like, listen, trust me, I know, I've been here before. You can do that too. And people have this idea, they look at you and they judge you automatically, because that's what we do, and that's like my prayer every day, like, to God to allow me to see the world and to see humans through his eyes, and not allow the physical outer to keep me or put me in a position to judge others, because nobody deserves to be judged. Yet we judge everybody, and we hate to be judged.
And we judge ourselves all the time. That self-critical analysis on the inside, we're hardest on ourselves, is always running, to your point. And as a feedback
Exactly.
sandwich at this point, it is, something nice and something good and then something nice. I'm going to obviously always shout your praises. You do work with men and women alike. You are phenomenal. You have the ability, and that's why I said at the beginning of this show that you have the divine mother in you. You are just nurturing, and anyone who comes into your presence, is their walls are going to melt. So for no one to be vulnerable around you, they would have to be working on some really inner things to not be open with such a soul like yours.
Thank
And when you create space like that, one of the things that I would love for the audience to know as well, and for you to get a chance to talk about a little bit today on today's show, to talk about also your show coming up. Have you created, even though I'm kind of leading the witness here, have you created your own authentic teaching when you're actually doing your layers of beauty? Have you sampled certain things that you like, or is this a unique thing that you've kind of formulated over the years, and maybe kind of go about that and let the audience know what your style is?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say that, because I feel like we always want to prepare, even as coaches or speakers. We'll stand on stage, we'll speak in front of people, and it's like you have an idea of what you want to say. But I've learned with my experience that I can have kind of a general idea,
Hmm.
but the energy of the room and the people, I always try to speak to people before, just to have an idea of who is in front of me. Because I might, this topic might resonate with one, but not resonate with another at all, because that's not the vibe, or that's not where they are. So I
Hmm.
definitely created a unique way of teaching. And
Yeah.
all of Layers of Beauty is really my beautiful and gift that I received, from
Yeah.
above. So I'm very grateful for that moment of grace of telling me inspirational beauty, and then starting to lead me in that way, and creating more and more things that have to do with inner and outer beauty. But I think if I do it for a bridal shower, it's one thing. If I do it for a corporate event, it's another thing. If I do it for a teenager, it's another thing. If I do it for a mommy and me type of vibe, it's another thing. But it's always the same base. I just learned by who's in front of me. Like, let's say, for example, I'm invited to do a party for a 12-year-old girl with her
Right.
girlfriends. I would
Yeah.
always ask the mom before, does she have problems in school? Do they have bullying? What kind of self issues does she have with herself? Does she talk to you about what she hates about herself? And I get
Mm.
all this information before so I can know already when I come to the room and I'm sitting with all the girls and we're hanging out and we're doing makeup and we're having fun, what to talk to them about, how to bring in all those little nuances of self-love and self-worth and social media and comparison and all these evil things that sit with us and eat our soul from within.
Right.
And unfortunately, we allow it until we wake up one day and we're like, nope, no more, no, no, no. You have no more room in my life.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is unique, and yet it's always has the same kind of base of source of what I'm talking about. So, and
Let,
that's
let's
what the show came from, because I uh, felt like I was talking so much to people privately,
yeah.
and online I don't really get to do much. I did a few shows, Real in Relationship, which is something that me and you will come back to one day.
One day. It's
One
happening.
day, yes.
Okay.
It's a segment in the show now. I made
Nice.
it a segment. Yeah. So, but I always love to talk to people, and serving is everything to me. It really is my purpose in life.
If I may,
So,
because
mhm.
you're so good at it. Let's go deeper there for a second too. Where did this skill come from? Like, some people try to cultivate, and we use certain terminology. So I'm going to kind of preface this for you as well. Forgive me, the corporate in me and the legal in me wants to help the witness understand the
Yeah,
question, right?
please do. I need
And
it.
we use the term empath and that type of thing and intuition, and it's sometimes more than that, and sometimes those are really great codifying terms. So where did you learn this skill? Where did that happen? I know that's due to some of your past, so maybe you can salt some of that in there too. How did you learn how to be like this and hold space with people?
Um, I think mainly it's from my mom.
Yeah.
Seeing her, first of all, she was that kind of woman, like you say about me. How can you not be vulnerable with that person? Like that's how she was. um Everybody would come to her with their problems, everybody would come to her with her issues, for a cup of coffee. And I used to see every time, like, somebody would come to hang out in the house and they're like crying, and I'm like, is everything okay? And mom would be like, she's fine. And she's like, I love your mom, I love your mom. It's like, so like now when I have conversations like that, it really, it throws me back. And I'm like, dude, it's like literally my mom. So I've seen it. I grew up with it, that unconditional love, that always wanting to be there for people, wanting the best for them. And then seeing her sacrificing her life for her family, for her daughters, for my father, just giving up on everything just so he will be okay. She dedicated her whole life to her family. So she made me see, for better or not, you know what I mean? I learned from her the things that I don't want to do, and yet I still did them. And my marriage resulted in a divorce because I felt like I canceled myself out in many things and in many ways. And it's not just that, you grow apart sometimes and you start speaking a different language. I went one way, he went another way. It's all good. We're friends and we respect each other and we're co-parenting. But
Yeah.
those are kind of the things that you find yourself so invested in others, and you find yourself all of a sudden, wait, where am I in this whole situation? Like, I feel lost. And I saw it in her, but yet I saw what it did to other people. So I always was motivated by helping, and it
Hmm.
was always a thing for me to find the balance between putting them first or putting me first. How much time do I invest in someone? And
Yeah.
it's hard sometimes because people are, I was fortunate and so grateful to help people that literally would text me they want to end their life, and I'm like, I have to stop everything. Like, I cannot not pay attention right now and give my all to this person and make sure they know they need to be here and they're worthy of living. But
Yeah.
there's like a baby screaming in the other room that needs my attention too. So it's, this mission is not
Yeah.
easy, but when you're motivated from doing good, then you just figure it out and you find the balance, and little by little. That's why coaches do coaching too, because we need help to learn boundaries and we need help to understand our work. And I know,
Amen. We just figure it out. We're all rock climbers, and we're trying to give tips now to the people who have to get past the path that we were on just a moment ago. That's really all that it is, and we're all just helping
that
each
is
other because
really
there's the minds, or there's the helpers helping the helpies. That's it. But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you,
That's
you're
what
so
I said
natural.
on my show too. When I opened my show, so the show premiered this week, and the
Right.
first thing I said about the show was, I know, Lord knows I did the work. So I'm here to give you everything from my experience, because I went to, you name, like the divorce, the cancer, the eating disorder, the brain injury and verbal abuse, you name it. Really, I've been through so much in life, and I'm taking it with pride. I'm not ashamed of anything. I wouldn't do anything differently. It really made me who I am. And it's so important for everybody to understand that, God puts us through, it's not about religion. I believe in a higher power. There has to be something bigger than us that kind of pulls the strings.
Yeah.
So for me, it's God and universal wisdom, source energy, call it whatever you want. To me, it's all the same.
Yeah.
But God put me through all these things so I can be a testament for his work. That you can go through all of this and still triumph and still find gratitude and still live a happy, joyous life, still be able to motivate and inspire others. We all have a story. There's not a human being on planet Earth that doesn't have a story, that they can find that inspirational beauty within it. We go through things. So that's the purpose of this show, to bring people in, show, and there's different segments and fun things and outer beauty stuff and inner beauty stuff, but it's all about really helping people seeing their journey as a beautiful and inspirational way of living, because they deserve it, because it is.
Yeah. Well, you do it so well. I'm serious. You do it effortlessly. It's not just because of the sense of that, obviously, we're friends and so on and so forth, though. I'm also saying it to this audience and to anyone ever again who watches your show and then finds out that this was a promotion at one time in a time gone by. You do it so naturally. It just comes across. When I first even found your content, almost 2.5, 3 years ago now, you're just open. I love your open story moments. You're just talking to your people, and you would literally come on and, just gonna for a quick minute, hello, my beautiful people, right? And you just started off that way, and I was like, oh, I love this. I love this soul. I love this person's energy. I love their vibe. I can feel their light. I just loved it. You just get basked in Lulu Lee light. It's absolutely incredible. Also, I want to say as well, because I'm getting better at this as well, and you all out there have been telling me about this. I will pin the other video that we have done before with the amazing Lulu, talking about her journey through cancer and the struggles that she had. We won't talk about it as much right now. We don't have to. I will pin the video, bing, right there. So go watch that. It's incredible. Her amazing life journey is just, there's layers and layers and layers to her beauty. Go check that out. Um,
Yeah.
so that video has a lot of views on there as well. It's got like 5,000 plus views, so people already do love it. But
No, I think it's like 10,000 views, actually.
I think so. It's grown. I was being humble, but yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Who knows? By this time,
No,
it'll,
it's
it'll be.
beautiful. I love it. And that's another testament that people connect to that place where, we struggle. Why are we acting like life is perfect? It's not supposed to be. Perfection is the most horrible, for me. Like, if you're trying to achieve perfection, then your values are the lowest,
Yeah,
because perfection is unattainable. So what you're aiming for is literally the lowest level, because it's not achievable. So why are you even trying? There is
right.
no such thing. And yet people still trying to act as if life is in a certain way, and like you said, I'm always going to be open. I'm authentic. I live in my truth. The people that I keep around me are people that live in their truth. You come at me with bullshit, I'm going to hold you to it in 2 seconds. I don't play that. We don't have time for that. You know what I mean? Like, life be lifing, and that's okay. So
That's right.
we either part of it or we're not, or we're acting like all is well. So,
That's
and
it.
it's not
And
that you
live.
shouldn't believe all is well, even when it's not, because that's the way to manifest it, right?
Oh,
It's not the fake it till you make it. It's more like I own what I want to. And that's how I manifest, really, because I have to believe in what I want. If I don't believe in
Mm.
it and I don't own it right here in the present moment, I'll never
Yeah.
be able to have it, because the past is already gone and the future is being created right now. So if
Yeah.
I want a certain future that makes me feel happier, puts me in a healthy relationship, brings me more money or a better home, I have to act as if right now. That's why we say act as if the wish is already fulfilled. You have
Mm.
to walk around with a mindset that you're abundant. You can't think about being scarcity, but hope to get money one day. The money ain't going to come. If you're in a mindset of scarcity, then the money is not going to come. And people always ask me when we talk or friends or coaching, how do you do it? I'm like, you see a penny on the floor, celebrate it. It's
Yeah.
money. It's abundance. When I see a penny, I'm like, yeah, $1 million. Like the one to me can be whatever I want it to be. Why does it have to be one penny? To me, it's a million. Sometimes it's 1,000. I see a dime. I'm like, hell yeah, I just manifested $10,000. I play with myself in my mind, and when you do it enough and
Sure.
always, you
Yeah.
believe in it because you start rewiring the mind with a feeling of joy every time you talk about money or you see it. Where before, every time I spoke about money, it was like an issue or a problem or a bill or scarcity or exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's like a whole different story because you practiced it long enough. Nobody's born knowing how to play the piano, right? They have to learn
Sure.
and they have to
Sure.
practice and practice. Same thing with manifesting. You gotta practice what you want until it becomes part of you, until it becomes who you are. And you are the master of your life. You're the creator of your life. I say it all the time. You're not a spectator, you're a
Mm.
creator. So do what you need to do and create the life that you want.
Yeah. Get up off the bleachers of your life and stop just being a spectator of the sport. Go get in the actual court and play the game. Yeah. And to your
Exactly.
point, I mean, there's so much work out there about the fact of you are what you think you believe and what you think you become. It's all the way back to ancient Buddhism. It's all the way back to ancient Stoicism. Socrates always said that we are in the ever state of becoming, never that we actually truly are. You can't say that something is, because the second that you do, it immediately changed the second afterwards. So if
Right.
you ever reach perfection, like you said, it's a picture of perfection, which was
Right.
only momentary, secondary, seconds in there, and then it's gone. Then it's over.
Yeah.
And that was due to lighting,
The-
maybe good day, good hair. So that picture was perfect. But
right.
yeah,
The
yeah. So
thing that can't be named
right.
it's not it anymore. If I can define it, it's
Yeah.
not it anymore. It changes all the time. So you just gotta roll with the punches and say. And another thing is like, don't expect it to happen tomorrow. Just because
Yeah.
you've been doing it for a month, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't. The rewiring is deep. When you
Sure.
plant a seed in the soil, you don't. First of all, you don't expect it to be a flower or a corn or whatever it is tomorrow. You
Tomorrow.
give it time.
Yeah.
Right. And another thing, you don't come and check on it every 2, 3 days, dig it out. Oh yeah, it didn't grow yet. Okay. And that's what we do. Like we want to manifest again. Let's go back just because we're talking about money or a house or something. If I want to manifest that, I put the idea, but then every like week or 2 weeks or whatever,
Yeah.
well, I don't see anything happening. Nothing is happening right now. Like I don't think it will happen. Or every time I bring doubt in, it's like me digging that soil, looking at the seed, messing up the whole growth system and the whole
Mm.
process of growth by just messing with it. Stop messing with it. Just leave it alone. Trust that it's doing what it's doing. You look at the seed, it's going to become a tree.
Right.
So why you keep doubting it while it takes its time to become what it needs to become? Stop
True.
doubting yourself. It took me. I journal for years. I have journals from 20 years ago.
Mm.
I love going back and reading or listening to my journaling. And I can see I have timelines, which is I highly recommend anybody to journal because you can see your growth. Aside of the fact that it's a beautiful outlet to just whatever is out there, just get it out of your system. But
Yeah.
I look 6 years ago about the person, what I was recording and what I was writing. And I'm like, oh my God, It took me 5 years. That's when I started talking about it, and I just did it. Yeah, it took me 5.5 years to do this. That's incredible, you know. But then you see how
Yeah.
long it took.
Yeah.
If you're trying to rush something, it's not going to happen. If you come out of the place of like, listen, I'm already here. I'm living this life. I might as well live it the way I hope that it will be. So let me just believe in that dream, in that wish every single day and reassure myself I don't care how the bank look like. I'm not, focused on that. It's again, I'm not looking at the soil and seeing it flat and nothing. That doesn't matter. That's the physical. You
Right.
know better, you know bigger, you know higher, and you
Right.
know deeper. So just trust that and trust that it takes time and stop allowing the actual circumstances around you or the people or the opinions or whatever it may be to put you down and oh you can't do that. Oh, that's not going to happen to you. Oh, you're not. No, no,
No.
no. We let doubt out.
Like that. And all the other doubts and all the other naysayers, it takes manure for seeds to grow. So it's okay. Can I say it that
Okay.
way? I didn't say
Yeah.
any foul language. I think that was a good way. I think
No,
everyone's
no,
up.
you're corporate. You always know how to say things
So
politically correct. I'm the one
thank
with
you.
the sailor's mouth.
I'd love it. Don't worry about it. We both speak French fluently, but it's let the manure be there, but let it go somewhere else. But I would say as we transition and kind of pivot in the sense of manifesting, there was a amazing moment in the life of Lulu Lee, as many as there are, that someone was up on Times Square. And I think that that's quite amazing. So how did we manifest that? What journal entry 10 years ago got us there? How to explain to that? Share with us because everyone needs to go Google that. By the way, she's gorgeous. The photo that was up there is stunning. She has it on her social media.
Yeah.
The links will be down below. But tell us more. How did that happen? Come on, I want to know.
I can't tell you where it started. It started probably years ago when I decided to start believing in myself and loving myself more. But really, that's where it comes from. Like when you trust yourself,
Yeah,
and in that journey, if it's in work, charging more because I know I own my skills and I know I own my worth, and I'm not negotiating on how much
right.
things. I know and or things like that. So little by little, when I came into my own more and more, and divorce is part of it. It's kind of like heartbreaking at one point, and you don't want to destroy your family, but you know that it's not your happy place anymore. So I want my happiness. So I'm trusting myself. I'm loving myself enough to take that step. Then
Hmm.
whatever it may be, the more love that you have and the more trust that you have in yourself, the higher and higher you go in your connection and alignment of your mind body connection, right? So the thought and the feeling is what really helps you manifest. You have to believe what you think and you have to feel what you believe in.
Right.
And kind of you manifest people into your life that can help you in that path. You wake up in one morning, you don't know you're going to start talking to somebody that's going to be part of the rest of your life, right?
I didn't know I was going to meet
But
Lulu. I didn't know, but here she is.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know. And I told you I have this number thing that every time I see those numbers, I know something special is happening because it's divine. And the first time we texted was on those at the exact that hour. So I was like, okay, that's
Okay.
incredible. So
Good to
yeah.
know. I just got
Yeah,
good.
so
Yeah.
I know somebody who met me also through Instagram and my inspirational videos. And just we connected on that. Great guy, love him to death, Sebastian Scott. And we started talking, and and he just always believed in my message and what I'm doing, and always told me I need to do bigger. You need to be on shows. You need to be on billboards. You need to be on TV. It was always sweet, always championing for me. Um, and he collaborated with this amazing reality show. Shout out to all my girls, Diana with with her production team and the whole group. They have an amazing reality show called Billboards Inc. And they came to New York and they came to Times Square to put as their finale episode for the show. And
Hmm.
Sebastian was part of it, and he was talking to me about being part of the billboard. Now, mind you, 2 weeks before that, I worked with a coach, my business coach, and my part of he's the my network guy too in my new TV show. And he gets downloads all the time. He's incredible. He's connected like no one. And we started laughing, and he said, "I I saw you on a billboard in Times Square. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. I saw myself too on a billboard in Times
Oh, yeah.
Square. Like joking around. And he was
Right.
like, Lulu, I'm serious. The profile picture on Facebook,
Yeah.
I see it as a billboard in Times Square. Like, I don't know if you're ready. And he said it so sincerely that it
You didn't
was, I took a moment. I'm sorry?
So you didn't know. Oh my gosh, I didn't know
No,
that. This is the
I
first
didn't
time I'm
know.
hearing this story.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, hard
I didn't
stop
know.
for the whole entire audience. I haven't heard this yet, so I'm hearing this all for the first time. Keep going,
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
didn't know
Yeah,
anything. And he said it to me, and he was like, I'm seeing your profile picture as a Times Square billboard. I don't know if you're ready for it, but it's coming. And in that moment, I said, you know what? I'm ready. And I said
let's
it from
go.
the most sincere place within myself. And I think that was the moment that it clicked, like the literal, that
Yeah,
alignment between my wants and wishes and desires and the frequency of where they are. I went right bam, boom. They aligned together, and it was like, all right, universal wisdom was like, okay, I think she really is ready. And then Sebastian hit me up like a week after that. I'm coming to Times Square, putting some billboard. I want you on the billboard. People need to know. And I'm like, sometimes you feel like people like joke around and like they're not serious. I'm like, yeah, okay, put me on a billboard. He's like, okay, send me a picture. And I'm like, you serious? And he was like, yeah. So I sent a picture, I sent the logo, I sent everything, and I still didn't believe him. I love him to death, but I just didn't believe it. You know what I mean? It's like hard sometimes to believe people. And I went to Jamaica and I came back, and he was like, okay, I'm coming this weekend to New York. This is the weekend. You're going to be on the billboard this time and time. Meet me in Times Square. And I was like, I remember I told my sister, I was like, I swear to God, until I'm there and I see myself on that billboard, I'm not going to believe it.
he might have been just joshing you. He might have been like, just hyping you up
Yeah,
and saying, "Hey,
yeah.
we're gonna go out to dinner."
Sometimes moments,
Whatever it was. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes
Wow.
an enormity of a moment can become so surreal because you really dreamt it. And that's why I love it, because the most important thing is to never ask how. When you want
Yeah,
something, just believe in it. You have no idea how it can happen. You have no idea how big it can be for you. Don't limit your dream. Always, when you ask for something from the universe or you try to manifest something, always say, give me that or greater than. Because
yeah.
we are only capable of envisioning something from this place where I am. That mind is not open yet of how it will be open in 2 years from a whole different level of frequency. Does that make sense? I
Yeah,
can only see what I can see from where I am now. So I don't
yeah.
want just this mind's dreams. I want dreams that are even bigger than what this mind can conceive right now. So you
Mm.
can never know how big. So for me to be on a billboard in Times Square, like I came to New York with dreams from, traveling and 20-year-old just thinking about, and to be in Times Square and, looking around at all the billboards and thinking, and it's like, oh my God, it's like, and then you're like, me, Lulu-Lee, on a billboard in Times Square. So yeah, it was an incredible experience. I loved seeing it. It was on rotation for I think like a couple hours. Every few minutes, we popped up again for a few seconds, and it was such a beautiful moment of kind of confirmation and affirmation of like, girl, just keep dreaming. You literally just made it to a billboard in Times Square. Just keep doing what you're doing. So that was that.
Couldn't happen to a better soul. Could not happen to a better soul. And I'm gonna hold you accountable to even what you just said. Little Lulu Lee, the amazing woman that literally started all even this for little Coach Adam. Okay, so little Lulu Lee. No, she is amazing, and she's even humble about it. But you deserve all of it. It is amazing. It is well overdue in the timing of your gestation of your seeds growing in your life that you've been planting out there in all of what you've been doing in layers of beauty for years. Um, I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you. And this show that you're coming up with is just it's perfect. It's just chef's kiss in that regard.
Yes.
So
I mean, everybody, if you're into inspiration, if you're into life's challenges, if you're into finding inspiration in your life's journey, if you like beauty, inner or outer, music or books or well-being and wellness, come join in. My show is every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on the Facebook. There is a Facebook page for the show called Inspirational Beauty with Lulu-Lee. You can find me on the E360 TV network, on Roku, on Amazon Fire, on Samsung, on Android TV, LG TV. I am everywhere, baby. Just trying to spread as much love and light as possible. And there really are there's something for everybody. It's their segment that is called City Vibes and Inspirational Strides, where I just interview people in the streets about inspiration and well-being. There's about wellness, mental health, spiritual well-being, physical well-being, talking about nutrition, recipes. I know you know my journey also with nutrition. I was addicted to sugar. I was, a carnivore. Now I'm vegan, no sugar, no nothing. And it's like all these things, all this process. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh my God, who am I? I don't even know myself. But at the same time, I've never known myself better. We layer those layers and unlayer them to reach the core of who we truly are, because we really just become our environment. We're products of our environment and the things that we were told and the things that we saw and the things that we were taught. And if I just want to know who I am, I got to keep asking myself, what's my truth? And just keep digging in it and challenging myself. I don't want to define myself as a certain thing. I want to know who I can be more than what I just know about myself right now. So, all right, maybe I don't have to be addicted to sugar. Maybe I don't have to be, this type of person. Maybe let's
Maybe,
try.
maybe, possibly. And you
Yes.
are you are a connoisseur of life. You truly are. You have tried many, many things, and you have been a soul when you said, like, who are you? Lulu, one of the biggest things about your soul is the fact that you are willing to try everything. You are such an adventurous spirit. You are so good at being able to really dig deep and say, I want to look at what's over there. So layers of beauty is perfect for you because you dig into the layers. You really do. And you don't hold back. And you allow other people the safety and the safe space to be able to pull back their layers of beauty and see that there's beauty underneath each layer that they are hiding from themselves. It's always an honor. It's always a pleasure. And really quick,
It's
as
all
we,
about
and
self-actualization, baby. It's all about self-actualization. We have to be who we know we can be. I use makeup as inspiration for self-actualization. It's what I do. So,
it's a beautiful metaphor. It truly is because we
thank
all
you.
we all have a canvas, do we not? At the
Yes.
same time, whether or not we're putting makeup on it or not, it is a canvas. So it's
Yes.
perfect. I do have one question that you were saying about the going on the streets and doing the questions. Has that already started? I haven't seen that yet. Have you already started that?
Yeah, so on the first episode, I gave a taste
Right.
for that from that segment. So you're welcome. You can find my YouTube channel. It's not as
Links will
big
be
as
down below.
Adam's channel
Yeah,
yet.
that,
I'm so proud of you. You
go
don't even
follow.
understand. You're an inspiration to know
Uh,
that I mentored you, and it's like it's what every teacher dream about. That the student becomes bigger than them. You know what I mean? That's how you know you did a good job. So I'm so in awe of everything that you do. I'm so excited for you. But yeah, so my YouTube channel, it's been there for years. There's a ton of content on it. I just never really promoted it. But now that the show is on it and all the episodes are going to stay on it, you guys are welcome to it. It's you can hashtag I be with Lulu-Lee and you'll find it. And the first episode is already there. And
okay.
in my second episode, I'm going to have a very special guest. The first episode, I was by myself introducing the show. But on my second episode, I couldn't think of anyone better to start my show with as my first guest than you, my dear friend, Coach Adam, an inspiration, an incredible human being. Everything you say about me, trust me, I say about you. I love and adore you. You have a beautiful and inspiring life journey, and I can't wait for you to share it with my audience and your audience that will join into my show, hopefully, and just, keep doing what we do and inspire people to just self-actualize, become better, and know that they can be better. It's okay if shit hits the fan. We got this. We move on. We deal with it and we grow from it. So,
If it hits
I
the
can't
fan,
wait to have you on my
yeah.
show. I'm so excited.
I am honored. I am honored beyond belief. I truly, truly am. You're gonna pull back my layers. You're gonna pull back my
You
layers of beauty.
already know. Get ready, honey. Get ready. I'm a dig,
Yeah,
and you think you brought me on your podcast 3 times. Now it's my turn, honey.
bingo. I love you. That's the way that it
Yeah.
goes. I will be yours. You can peel me apart all you want. So that'll be airing, and obviously I'll be pumping that as much as I can. Community. go follow her. I've obviously brought her on. She's an incredible soul. Her show is going to be
Yeah, that will
just
air May
beyond.
14th. Sorry.
Yep. So it's coming. And this will be obviously kind of promoting that in that regard. So folks, just follow the link that we put down below for that. If you find this in the future, go down and check it out. You can see how it went. Other than that,
Yes.
it's just an honor every single time to connect with you, Lulu. I'm just grateful. So folks, everything will be down in the links down below. Follow, subscribe, share, do all the wonderful things. Like the Patreon, maybe buy some of the merch. I'm back to wearing it again, and there are new
Yes.
designs. Lulu has hers as well, so don't forget.
I sure
Okay,
do. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
that's right, that's right, and definitely stay tuned for more from Lulu. She's incredible. The show is incredible. We love you, fam. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, my darling.
Preach at all times, but if necessary, use words.
I love that.
Preach at all times, and if necessary, use words.
Here it's on your heart.
Thank you. What's on my heart is what's in my heart, which is just
Emotional sense and in a professional sense.
I would say the first thing is professional. I'll talk to that. I think one of the